What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously once again. I am back for my NFL Playoffs 2017 Wildcard predictions. Now, with the regular season ending Sunday, we are now on the road to Super Bowl 52, and it starts right here in these Wildcard matchups. Now, when it comes to the Wildcard matchups, expect the unexpected, because we've seen teams that have won the wild card and went on to win the Super Bowl. We've seen the Packers do it, we saw the Giants do it, we've seen the Ravens do it, we've seen the Steelers do it, and so many other teams. So when it comes to these wild card matchups, never, if you think you know it, you don't know, because when it comes to wild card battles, expect the unexpected. So I'm very excited to do these predictions once again on this channel, so I hope you guys do enjoy this year's playoff predictions. Now, our record coming into the playoffs after last year's successful year in NFL playoff predictions, we went 9-2. So last year was my best year in NFL playoff predictions. That was by far my best year. We only had 2 losses. So coming into this, our second year doing NFL playoff predictions, I'm very excited. Again, I'm not overconfident if we don't have a great year, but I have a good feeling we're going to have a good year. So hopefully this year we will do what we did last year and have another winning year in playoff predictions. Hopefully. Now, before I begin, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos up until this point, especially my Week 17 NFL predictions. You guys blew up that video with over 390 plus views. You guys super kicked that like button 6 plus times, and we had over 26 plus comments from you, fantastic NFL football fans, representing your teams, representing your picks, and representing your opinions on everything that is the NFL season coming into the playoffs this week. So, again, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching all of my weekly NFL pick'ems throughout 2017. Again, you guys made it another great year. And you already know I'll be bringing this shit back in 2018 in September. So again, thank you guys for a huge and a successful NFL weekly predictions in 2017. So again, thank you guys so very much. And hopefully in these videos, like you've done last year in my playoff predictions, you guys will show your love by watching the video, super kicking that like button, and representing your teams, your picks, and your opinions in the comment section down below. Now, being New Year's Day, New Year's is today, I do want to wish you guys a very happy 2018, a very happy new year from the Dangerous Lions here. We got playoff football Saturday, and we also have the college football playoff semifinals today with Oklahoma versus Georgia and Alabama versus Clemson. If you're college football fans like myself, those are 2 big games you're definitely going to be watching. Of course, we have the first Monday Night Raw of 2018, so a lot of things are happening today when it comes to sports and wrestling, and this whole week going into these wildcard games. So hope you guys have a very happy new year. Now, we are at 280 plus subscribers now on the channel, so I do want to thank you guys so very much for supporting the channel. To new subscribers, thank you guys for super kicking that subscribe button, and welcome to the Dangerous Lions. It is great to have you guys here. And to my longtime subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around, supporting the channel, and as always, killing it. Now, this is your first time watching my channel as a first time viewer, and this is your first video. Boy, you picked a good one if you're ready for the postseason in the NFL and the road to Super Bowl 52. Welcome to the Dangerous Lions. I am JT Dangerously, and welcome to the club, because this club is just too... Whoop, whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, other than that, let's get right into these wildcard predictions. Starting off in the AFC wildcard matchups, featuring the 6-3 matchup, featuring the 6th seed in the AFC. They're coming out of the AFC East. They are the Buffalo Bills, heading to Jacksonville to face the 3 seed, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the Buffalo Bills are coming off a huge win over the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, and with a little help from the Cincinnati Bengals, they clinched their first playoff spot, and they're making their first playoff appearance since 1999. So, Buffalo fans, rejoice! You guys are back in the playoffs for the first time in 19 years. Now, Tyrod Taylor did have a big-time game. LaShawn McCoy did have a pretty okay game, but he did get hurt with an ankle injury, so he's going to be the focal point for the Bills. If they don't have Shady McCoy running the ball, they're going to be in big-time trouble. And they're looking to make a huge splash in their first playoff appearance since 1999. Then on the other side, you have the Jacksonville Jaguars are coming off a tough loss to the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Again, Once again, Blake Bortles did not have his best game. Consecutive weeks of terrible football from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Blake Bortles was throwing picks. He was making stupid mistakes like he was, this was a couple years ago, this Jags team that was just losing every game because of him. They were winning every week from week 1 to week 15. And then the last 2 games that they needed to win, they laid an egg. They got exposed by the Niners and they got beaten by the Tennessee Titans for the 2nd straight time. So this year. So Jacksonville's coming in with no momentum. I mean, Leonard Fournette was in that game. They did not rest any of their starters, so they played everybody in that game. Just to have them lose did not help Jacksonville's cause. So coming from me, in this first AFC wildcard matchup, this one's tough because Buffalo, I know there's a lot of Buffalo Bills fans out there who have been waiting for this moment to be back in the playoffs, and this is a huge opportunity for them. Same thing with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is their first playoff appearance since 2007. So it's been a decade since Jacksonville Jaguar fans have seen this team in the playoffs. So coming from me, just because of their defense alone, and I think they have the best defense in the NFL right now, I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars to defeat the Buffalo Bills. And now the second AFC wildcard matchup featuring the Tennessee Titans heading to Arrowhead to face the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, Tennessee Titans are coming off a big win over the Jacksonville Jaguars on Sunday, clinching a spot into the playoffs for the first time since 2008. Marcus Mariota did have a pretty solid game. DeMarco Murray did not play for the Tennessee Titans. They went with Derrick Henry. Delaney Walker had a pretty okay game, and their defense stepped up against an AFC powerhouse in Jacksonville. Now, with Tennessee, it's hard to trust them. Like this whole regular season, picking with them, picking against them was like a 50-50 pick. One week they're good, the next week they're not good. So Tennessee is looking to shock the world and knock off a top AFC team in their first playoff appearance since 2008. Then on the other side of the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a big win on the road over the Denver Broncos, in which they rested most of their starters and started Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback that they signed in the draft out of Texas Tech. He had a pretty solid game. Kareem Hunt had a big-time game, and they're going to need Kareem Hunt in these playoffs this year. He's got to be running the ball. He can't be getting no rushing yards. He's got to get the ball almost every time. And with KC looking to get past the divisional round again, they lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers last year in the divisional round. So they're looking to exercise some demons in the playoffs. And with Alex Smith, Travis Kelce, that defense, it's going to be they do have a very good chance to run the table in the AFC. So coming from me in this second AFC wildcard matchup, again, Tennessee is so inconsistent, it's hard to pick for them. So coming from me, I am taking the Kansas City Chiefs to defeat the Tennessee Titans and move on in the AFC divisional round. And now the NFC wildcard matchups featuring the reigning NFC champions, the Dirty Birds, the Atlanta Falcons, heading to the Coliseum to face the Los Angeles Rams. Now the Atlanta Falcons are coming off a big win at home over the Carolina Panthers on Sunday, clinching a playoff spot even after a very rocky season this year for the Falcons. They got it done. Matt Ryan had a big-time game. Julio Jones had a big-time game. Devontae Freeman had a big-time touchdown. Didn't fumble the ball like he did against the Saints in week 16. So this Falcons team is looking to defend their NFC crown, their NFC championship, their NFC, represent the NFC once again, and look to get back to the Super Bowl and rectify and exercise that demon that happened when they blew a 25-point lead. Then on the other side of the Los Angeles Rams are coming in after losing to the San Francisco 49ers at home. Again, they rested their starters as well, like Jared Goff, Todd Gurley, and most of their defense. So they were going to lose that game. They're going to lose that game even if they were going to lose that game because they had their starters rested, which was a smart idea. Because if they played those players and they got hurt, they would have never forgiven themselves, and they would just be what the Raiders were last year. They had Derek Carr play, and then he gets hurt, done for the season, then they go into the wild card round and get knocked out by Houston. So LA is playing this smart. Now, this is a battle between experience versus no experience. The Falcons have the most experience in the playoffs. The Rams are making their first playoff appearance since 2003. So it's been a while for the Rams, and this Rams team is really good. I mean, Jared Goff versus Matt Ryan, Cal versus Boston College, Devontae Freeman and Devin Coleman versus Todd Gurley, who I think could win the MVP this year. You got Cooper Kupp, Sammy Watkins, Robert Woods against Julio Jones and what's his name? Mohamed Sanu. So this is going to be a really good NFC wildcard matchup. So coming from me in this NFC wildcard matchup, man, this one's really tough. This one's a tough one because I was so surprised Atlanta got in. They've just been so inconsistent. They've choked a few times in the regular season, and now they're back in the playoffs. And they have the weapons. Like I said last year, they had a lot of weapons, but this year has just been very inconsistent, and they are lucky. And let me repeat, they are lucky to be here in the playoffs. So coming from me, I'm going to go with the team a lot of people are not expecting to win this game. I'm going to go with the Los Angeles Rams to defeat the Atlanta Falcons and move on in the NFC divisional round. And now the final matchup in the NFC wildcard, featuring two NFC South rivals, featuring the Carolina Panthers heading to the Superdome to face the New Orleans Saints. Now, this is the third meeting between these teams this year, with New Orleans beating Carolina not once, but twice. Carolina's coming off that tough loss to the Atlanta Falcons on Sunday. Cam Newton did not have his best game. He had 3 picks. They did not look good in that game, and they're looking to come into the playoffs with not a lot of momentum, but could have a deep run in the NFC. Then on the other side of the New Orleans Saints are coming off a very tough, heartbreaking loss on the road to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but losing that game, they still clinched the NFC South. So the Saints team had a pretty solid game. Alvin Kamara had the longest kickoff return in Saints history. That kid is something else. Drew Brees had another big-time game. And coming from me, the Saints are the most dangerous team in the NFC that can go maybe as far as the NFC Championship or maybe the Super Bowl. So coming from me in this matchup, and this is being in the Superdome, the Saints don't lose often at home, and that Superdome gets loud and rowdy because it's gonna be a big-time, big-money match in the NFC. So, man, this one's going to be good. Cam Newton, Drew Brees, Jonathan Stewart, hopefully he will play. He did not play against Atlanta on Sunday. Christian McCaffrey, you got Alvin Kamara, you got Mark Ingram, you got Devin Funchess, you got Michael Thomas, you got Luke Kuechly in that defense against Marcus Lattimore, Manti Te'o, that Saints defense. So coming from me in this final wildcard matchup, man, this one's really tough. This one's a tough one because man, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints to defeat the Carolina Panthers in a very close battle and move on in the NFC divisional round. And those are my NFL Playoffs 2017 wildcard predictions. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy these wildcard predictions this year. Comment below, who do you have winning all of these 4 wildcard matchups? As always, if your team is in the playoffs, represent them in the comment section. If they're not, still represent them in the comment section. I'd love to see your guys' picks on who do you think will have a deep run in the playoffs out of these 8 wildcard teams. Let me know in the comment section below. And as always, put your opinions out there in the comment section. Let's have a conversation about it. Of course, I'm always on to see your comment, like it, and of course, reply right back to you because comments are absolutely always welcome on this channel. Now, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching these wildcard predictions this year on the channel. Now, before you guys go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super cake! That like button like only you guys can. Of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button to become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you guys next Monday for my official NFL Playoffs 2017 divisional predictions. Have a happy new year and later days, guys. And peace.